Right. Let's see. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have done a little test like this. Mhm. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that that's what. Yeah, that's what I can. Let's see if that comes from on Twitch as well. Oh, on YouTube as well. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Anyway, hello, welcome back, everyone. We're not in the cloud house today. See, these issues happen when we're not in a normal cloud house. I get the stream messing up. Shocking. And I'm watching you. I, um, I drove up to the cloud house today, but there was a notice on the door saying they were closed. Or it was, I assume it said they were closed. Because there was nobody in. There was no cars outside even. I had to turn around and go to the first alternative. Oh, first alternative. Oh, call me. That's better. I've ordered and received at that meeting consuming kimchi chahan and green tea. And it's really nice. Very pleasant. I know, nicely spicy. But I'm missing the texture of the meat that I would normally have. That's fine. So let me have a look on the Cloud House's Facebook. See if there's any explanation. Cloud House Cafe Gallery. And nothing since the 28th of March. Okay. So it tells me nothing. So we'll see. We'll see if next week we're coming in. I pour a bit more tea. So tell me about yourself. Come in, take a seat, sit down, have something to eat if you want, and tell me about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? What's your favorite kind of cheese? Brown sauce or brown sauce? Who's your favorite author? What season do you prefer? Do you rather go to a supermarket or get things delivered? Or do you go to a small independent shop? How does it work with you? Refill my legs. The other thing I have to think about is because at the Cloud House, for dessert, you just go to the counter and pick something. Pick something from the dessert trolley, which is actually a countertop. But here, you have to choose from the menu and tell people what you want. There's not much on the way inside anyway. But what I do like is the little mochi ice cream balls. They're really nice. Expensive though. So I have to consider what I want. They make me work. Yesterday I was out at Driver Abbey. Like, picture of Driver Abbey. Morning gnocchi. Because it's nicely sunny and a good day for walking around. So I would recommend, if you like that sort of thing, if you like that sort of thing, watch my broadcast from yesterday, which might not be as good in terms of visual quality as this, but it was, live and moving. You see what I mean? So that's on my YouTube rather than on Twitch. You can see how high up I got. Sort of thing. Here's me climbing up the spiral staircase. Now, look how tiny the steps are. I'm having to put my foot on sideways there. I think people had smaller feet back then. But it's a nice place to go. So narrow. Yes, and when you get to the top, there's not much holding you back from falling. But always do that. Always go up that spiral staircase, up that tower. I'm always afraid of dropping my phone though. How old are those? So that was built about the 1170s, 1180s, that sort of time. Those particular steps might have been renewed. They might only be 500 years old. But I'm guessing the original design, the plans, I'm guessing that would be, 11 or 1200s. So at least 800. I suppose there was less stone available. I don't know. Lauren Parker, nice to see you. Welcome in. Welcome to Okomi. How are you? Take a seat. Order yourself some noodles or something. So, Hockey, are you off to work yet? I should explain. I should reiterate, elucidate. I'm broadcasting both on YouTube and Twitch. I can see comments now. I can see comments from people on both platforms. I respond to people on either platform, but you can't. You only get to see people on the same platform as you, which is terrible. That's how it goes. Yes, ordinarily. Yeah, different places afternoon. But turns out they're closed. Can't believe it. Okay, I've done that before. I do like it. Chan. Let's have a bit more tea. You like tea? Green tea? Hot green tea. Mm-mm-mm. Delicious. Yeah, so that was yesterday at the Abbey. At the weekend, Sunday, I went to Canal, Union Canal in Edinburgh. See you there. Another beautiful day last week on the canal. Herb. Okay. Nice picture of the boathouse. Very pleasant place. Spent a nice little walk along the canal last weekend. Don't think I'm going to do, well, as far as I know, I'm not going to do anything similar to that this weekend, but it's possible. I cannot be held responsible for any consequences if I do go somewhere. Some people sat standing at the bus stop over there. I can't tell. Somebody there. There's a young woman slash girl over there. And her hairstyle. I can't see if there's a bit missing from her hair or if it's dyed and only appearing to be missing. Kind of hope, well, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping there's a bit missing to make it more interesting. Kind of. Mm. You've got to pay extra for brown rice. £1 extra for brown rice, but I think it's worth it because it gives it more flavour. Can't quite see the boss, can you? Huh. I think I know him. Oh my god, it's back there. I think I know. Mm-mm. I'm gonna have to check. Yes. Yes. As I thought. That's wrong, isn't it? Okay. Um, not there. Ah, can I edit that? No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit that later then. There's a couple who I think just got off the bus and now they're looking kind of lost. I don't think they know where to go. Should I go and tell them? Probably not. That might be rude. So it's definitely lots of flavors, and you get a lot of food here. I can't complain about the size of the portions. Even better, they're tasty. Yes, that might be compensation for the lack of dessert. Do you think with the Japanese not being so much into desserts. I think they have larger portions, generally. That makes sense to me. Do you want to be shortly picked up and shown around? Everybody who was in this area of the restaurant is now left. So if I want to, I could show you around a little bit. Mm-hmm. Nice. See, I like that. A nice little small annex off the main restaurant that we're sitting in. A nice big window. This place used to be a shoe shop. They used to have shelves full of rows and rows of shoes here, as one might imagine. It's like less exciting now. But they do have these, what would you call them? Pictures on the wall, which look better than shoes in my opinion. 40. Delicious. Yes, I'm gonna have to change that. I'll have to be reminded to edit the. I think that's what the issue is. The Twitch thing notification isn't going out because it's at the wrong time. Let me have another look at my statistics, analytics. That's the word. 456, so 594. Okay, that seems to be working. That's there we go. There we go. Okay, that's working then. That's working as well. Good. So it would appear from my analytics, although it doesn't say so there, it would appear that a couple of people have subscribed to me. But I haven't received any notification about that. Which is unfortunate. But thank you for subscribing. Those of you who have done, if you're watching, it's very nice of you. I can't thank you. Well, I can't thank you enough, I suppose. Hopefully, I can thank you enough. My foot's gone to sleep. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. Strange that it doesn't come up on my feed there on the screen. Look down there. Down there, it doesn't appear. There's something wrong with the stream today. You don't want something wrong with your stream. Oh, somebody messaging me. Just saying. I won't reply to it just now because, you know, it's you and me here. Might be rude. I think the last few times I've been here, I've had different kinds. Oh no. Well, I've had different kinds of chahad here. I did have the maki rolls, possibly the last time, and I've had some of their noodles before. I kind of need to widen my range. But not today. Because since I didn't anticipate coming here, I didn't properly look at the menu. So I was like, menu I'd like. And I was right. Right. Ooh. That's a bit of a fried egg. It's very pleasant. So, I'm going to have to think about dessert. As I say, I have to think about it. I don't just go up to the counter and pick one, as usual. Fortunately, it's a very small selection. Oh. Yes. Yes. Are we running out of tea yet? Yes. Okay. I shall put that on hold for the moment. Desserts. We have daifuku, dorayaki, or little moon mocha ice cream. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, what's this? Okay, yes. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at their online menu, shall we? That one. No, not that one. Right. Oh, God. That one. Menu. Right. Okay, let's scroll right down. Right down. Past the sushi and past the tempura rolls and past the salmon nigiri and past the spicy tuna tamaki and keep on going. Right. So dessert we have daifuku, which look like those. I mean, yes. Or there's dorayaki. I'm trying dorayaki. Custard. Dorayaki custard. That sounds interesting. I'm gonna give that a go, I reckon. Yes. Okay. Custard dorayaki. Dorayaki. I'll be back in a moment. I'm gonna take off. That one rest. Right. I would like custard dorayaki, please. That's everything. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Sorted. Back on there. Let's have a little sip of tea. Okay, so this will be new to me. This will be a new experience, exciting, and you know. Or shall I take a picture of my empty plate? Right. What happens if I do that, and then that? Nothing of interest. Won't go away. That. Okay. 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 Right. So I wonder what's happened with Cloud House. I wonder why they're closed. As I say, I didn't stop and inquire. Puzzling. It's a puzzle. Are you puzzled? I'm puzzled. Maybe they're all on holiday. Maybe they were hiding. Maybe it was a private function. It's a puzzle. Some of the real treasure. How are you? That guy was mussing up his hair. Oh, the real Trizza has resubscribed on Prime for 19 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's always very heartening to see that. Terribly kind. Yeah, so I've got custard dorayaki coming. I've finished my kimchi chan, and I've got some custard dorayaki coming. So I've not had that before, so I'll be interested in finding out what it's like. Very interested, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take a little picture of this, shall we? Put the spoon there to give text a size contact. Let's see what it's like. Shall I do a little short, do you think? Should I do a short? Since I haven't had it before. Let me open up my YouTube. Alright. Custard dorayaki, which I've never had before. On a spoon. Sort of a spongy texture, which is nice. Yes, like a sponge cake. Pleasant. 8 out of 10, maybe? I will I'll save that as a draft. And I'll come back to it later on. BTS? BTS? What? Behind the scenes? Oh, yes, right, yes, I suppose it would be. Save draft. And we'll come back to that later. And I'll post it later, but that's quite pleasant. We'll investigate the custard slightly. So there's a bit of custard. Cold. And well, I drove out there. And there was a notice on the door saying something that I couldn't read because I didn't examine it too closely. And there was nobody in. Or there appeared to be nobody in. The lights were off, and I couldn't see anybody, so I assumed nobody was in. So I don't know. I don't know why it opened. I could have done, but we can see. So instead, first alternative, call me, which is very pleasant. And it could have switched off lights as well. I mean, they know roughly when I'm due to turn up. So it could have been like hide from the gas man. But I do like Okome. I like them here. It's very pleasant, very good food. Change of scenery, you know. Can't complain. But hopefully they'll be open again next week. I haven't seen Sean. But my goodness, Trizza, if you can see what I can see. Whew. There's a young woman wearing very short shorts who's just gone up to the counter. And a tight top, and all of that. You would be jealous. That's very pleasant as well. I can't help that. What's in my eyeline is in my eyeline. Delicious. Well, yes, but I mean, I'm being very discreet. And I'm only saying it to make you jealous. Hmm. Definitely very pleasant. Yeah, so this is sort of like it's like a pancake, maybe. Like a pancake, but it's got a very cold bit of custard in the middle. Basically, type of pancake. Well, no, you no need to be jealous of that. I'm sure it applies to you every bit as much, after all. Yeah. Yes, like a particular kind of pancake, or a drop scone, or as I say, a sponge cake. It's very pleasant. Oh, yes. I mean, who was it that came in here and immediately started asking about Sean? For perverse purposes. Hmm. I might go and buy one of those little bottles of Ramune. Is that what it's called? Those are quite pleasant. They're expensive, like £3.50 or something. Or there's one of these fruit teas, bubble teas, etc. Mm. See, all the fruit teas, bubble teas. Hmm, that's curious. There's a sweetness scale. Hmm, interesting. Tea's cold now. People walking past always catch my eye, and it's strange when I look out and they're looking directly already as well. Who is ogling? Ogling's a very pejorative term. I was just trying to remember where I parked because I'd momentarily forgotten. Happened again there. Yes, I think I could have this again. Quite pleasant. There's more to it than the the mochi ice cream. But I might have tried a different flavor like strawberry. I would deliberately choose the pejorative. I want a cap like that gentleman's maroon cap. But I can't seem to find them. Not plain ones, anyway. It's definitely maroon and not red. Well, now hmm, now that I've finished my food, probably time to go have my cold tea again. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant. Yes, it's about time to go. I thought I knew him, but I don't. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, fingers crossed, the Cloud House will be open as normal next week. I'm hoping. Um, but this is a nice alternative. Tuesday, I should. I have it in my bag. I have it all ready to go. Yes, it is with me, but I'll show it to you next week. I'll show you the bulge in my bag. It's on. It's on. Oh, it's on. Um, um, yes, I have it in my bag. So hopefully they'll be open next week, and I shall be able to surreptitiously place it somewhere. Oh, that's Bryn over there, who I know, a former learner. Am I allowed to say that? Yes. Because I haven't identified him, and I could be lying. Yes. So next week I shall be able to place it somewhere if they're open. Maybe they were avoiding that. Do you reckon? Do you reckon that's what they were avoiding? So I'll show you next week. Still learning. Hopefully. I am a proponent of lifelong learning, absolutely. Anyway, I shall leave. I shall disappear. And I'll be back Tuesday. Might do a little bit more sketching. In fact, I will do a bit more sketching on Tuesday. Problem with sketching for the frames is the frames are very small, so I've got to do very small drawings. Anyway, I shall disappear. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing or resubscribing. What's that? No, it's not. Yes, I'll be back definitely Tuesday, but possibly before then. There's every chance. Yeah, so thanks for watching and catch you next time. Cheery bye. Have a nice